Folks, EVO 2022 just wrapped up. It happened over the weekend. I had the honor of being there, doing a little bit of commentary, and also just taking in the show. It was a ton of fun. And along with EVO, we were lucky enough to get quite a few announcements. They were really letting them rip. All the developers, it seemed like, had something in store for us at EVO. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys. For the second half of the video, I'm going to be talking about my experiences at EVO and everything that happened and all the fun that I had. But here in the first half, let's dive in and we're going to go through every single announcement and I'm going to give you my opinion on how hype I am and whether I think it merits the hype from you guys as well. So let's jump right into it. So first up, let's take a look at Street Fighter 6. I think a lot of us expected that something was going to get shown for Street Fighter 6, and we got not one, but two new characters revealed. We had Kimberly, who looks pretty cool. She is a new character to the Street Fighter series, and in the lore, I believe that she studied under Guy, which kind of makes sense. She kind of has this ninja playstyle. You can see the spin kick is like an exact move that Guy has, as well as the Azuna drop. And then Ganem on Twitter did this great comparison between Kimberly and Zeku. Zeku, I believe, taught Guy in the story. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a super lore expert. But you can see Kimberly and Zeku in Street Fighter V. They share a little bit of the way that their combos kind of flow and the look of their normals. Like I said, she does have this whole like ninja thing going for her. So yeah, overall looks really cool. But there was one other character that was revealed. And that, of course, was Juri. I mean... Look at the Akira motorcycle slide. Pretty sick. So, yeah, you know, Juri, major fan favorite from Street Fighter 4. And I feel like she looks a little bit closer to her Street Fighter 4 incarnation than 5. You can see at parts that she does the thing where she does kind of like an empty fireball just to like store it up. You can see right there, she stores up the fireball and then later, presumably, she can let it go. That's how she worked in SF4. But we'll have to see the jump, medium punch, instant overhead as well. I don't know if she actually had that in 5. I never played her in 5, but regardless, yeah, looks sick, man. I'm going to have a lot more to say about Street Fighter 6 coming up. I did get the chance to play the game at EVO, and I loved it. So I'm going to make a whole video about that, but let me know down in the comments if you have any questions regarding my experience with Street Fighter 6, and I'll try to get to them when I make a video about it. But yeah. Two new characters for SF6, Kimberly and Juri, look sick. Next up, let's hop into Guilty Gear Strive. They had a really awesome character announcement. It's Bridget, making an appearance for the first time since Accent Core. And yeah, Bridget is actually out now. That's the other exciting thing. I love when they do an announcement and they're like, guess what? You can play them right now. So, yeah, Bridget is out. Looks really, really cool. I love all these animations, the walk animation, and all that stuff. And looks like a pretty complicated character with some tricks and shenanigans involving the little teddy bear that could come out and be used kind of as a second character to attack with. But, yeah. Character looks great. Can't wait to play Bridget, and I will make a dedicated Bridget video in the near future as well. They also showed us the Guilty Gear Strive Season 2 roadmap. I'm going to shrink my head here so you can see it a little bit better. So new character number 6, that's Bridget. We're also getting reduced input delay on PS5. That's pretty huge. Obviously, if you guys have been paying close attention to fighting games, input delay on PS5 has been kind of a big sticking point. It's generally had more input delay than most other platforms, with the exception of Multiversus, which is another Unreal Engine game that has extremely low input delay. So there's been a lot of theorizing that Multiversus must be using kind of a new or updated version of Unreal, or they have the new Unreal tech that was talked about on Twitter with regards to making Unreal less laggy for fighting games. And now perhaps we're going to see that reverse engineered into Guilty Gear Strive, and I would hope that we can see that with other games in the future. And also Steam sounds like they're going to be fixing the long loading when you boot up the game. Thank God, took them long enough. And then moving along the roadmap here, we're going to get a beta test for the game's crossplay. I can't wait for that. It's always better to have more people to play against, so that's really great. You don't have to worry about you and your friends. One of you has it on PlayStation, one of you has it on Steam. Thankfully, it looks like that is going to be dealt with the crossplay update, which is also going to come later in the fall. And then we're getting the next DLC character after Bridget. I'm still predicting Sin, just because we already know Sin is in the game from the story, but we'll see. They might keep the surprises coming. spring. And then in winter, all we're getting is a battle balance patch. Sounds good to me. And then next year, we're going to be getting 2 new stages and 2 new characters to close out the season. So that's everything that is coming for Guilty Gear Strive. Now, next up, something I really did not expect to see much of at EVO was Dragon Ball FighterZ, but they did go up on stage and they announced they let us down easy and said, guys, listen, we're not planning on having a new season of DLC. We're not planning on making any major changes to the game, maybe just small patches here or there. But what they did announce is rollback for Dragon Ball FighterZ. You can see we're getting pumped here, man. Oh my God, I never thought this day would come. So the exact way that it's going to happen is the game is getting re-released for PS5 and Xbox Series X. So if you buy those versions of the game, it's just straight up going to have rollback out of the box. If you have it on PC, I believe it is getting patched into PC. And then unfortunately, I believe if you have it on PS4 or Xbox One, you are going to need to purchase like an upgrade to get the PS5 or Xbox Series X version if you have those consoles. I don't know exactly the details of how it works, but they have said there's going to be an upgrade program to get your game to next generation. And then the older generation consoles, including Switch, are not getting the rollback update. I guess the hardware just can't handle it on top of all the crazy effects and stuff going on in the game. So yeah, for next-gen consoles and for PC, we're getting rollback, which I can't wait. This is going to get me back into the game. People ask me all the time, why don't you make Dragon Ball FighterZ videos very much anymore, if ever? And honestly, the reason is we just have too much to choose from when it comes from games with good rollback online. We got Strive, we got KOF, DNF, Fightcade, all this stuff. It's hard for me to justify playing a game that is oftentimes pretty painful to play online with the delay. So now that Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting rollback, I'm definitely going to be jumping in and making some more videos about it. So let's get hyped for that. Next up, let's talk about SNK for a little bit. SNK kind of had some of the craziest announcements of EVO. First of all, what you can see here, they announced that there's going to be a new Fatal Fury game, or a new Garo game, if you guys know Garo, Mark of the Wolves. They had nothing to say about it. All they really said was that it was greenlit. So that probably means they're like just starting development. You know, they pitched the game, the pitch got picked up, and now they're starting development. So this is years away, I'm sure, but that is pretty hype. They also announced a whole bunch of DLC for KOF 15. Holy cow, they had so much to talk about. First of all, Team 3, the Orochi team. We knew about that already. Nothing crazy, but we did get some gameplay of each of the characters. As well as a release date, August 8th, which that was yesterday, so I guess they're out now. And then we also got a preview of Team 4 for KOF 15. I mean, look at this. It's Haomaru right here from Samurai Showdown. So we are getting a Samurai Showdown team for KOF 15. Pretty hype. Also, Nakoruru, she was in KOF 14. So, you know, I think it makes sense that we're seeing Nakoruru return for KOF 15. And then Darlie Dagger. Darlie Dagger, a new character from the most recent Samurai Showdown game. Really hype character who hits super hard. So coming in autumn 2022, that's not far away, man. That's just a couple months. And then one final announcement, they teased that there's another season of DLC coming, which is pretty cool. Glad to hear it. And they showed a couple of the new DLC characters who are coming with that. We got Shinko Yabuki. He's the first one that they showed. And then next up, a character who I think we've been expecting for a long time. It's going to be Kim. So Kim coming back to KOF in 15, as well as crossplay. This is hype. This is hype, guys. So, you know, one of my big complaints for a long time with KOF 15 has been the matchmaking. It's just generally been hard to find matches in the game, even when there's a decent amount of people playing. And I know they did release a patch recently where they said that the patch was intended to improve your ability to find matches. I haven't tested it out myself to see if it improves it, but with the addition of crossplay as well, that should help out as well. You're just going to have more consoles to choose from out there, more people playing to find matches against. So hopefully it'll be easier to get some matches going and play these new characters. So I'm for sure going to make a video where I compare, did the new patch fix the matchmaking or at least improve it, and see how long it takes to get some matches. I'll try that out and let you guys know, but for now I am excited to try out all these new and upcoming characters. And one more thing, from SNK was Samurai Showdown Embrace Rollback, baby. Yes, of course, this was one of those games that was a little bit left out to dry. It came out not that long before the pandemic with some pretty shoddy delay-based netcode. No one really wanted to put a bunch of time into a game that had bad online in an era where offline tournaments weren't really happening. So, yeah, it's definitely been a long time coming. It's been a few years since the game's been out, but it is hype that is finally getting rollback. And I'm going to go in and try that out as well when it comes, of course. But they did say that it's not going to be till 2023 that we're going to be able to try it out. So, yeah, looking forward to it. I'll be waiting with bated breath for some more Sam Show. Next up, let's move on to Tekken 7. Tekken 7 only had a little bit to show for us during their Grand Finals Top 8 up on the EVO stage. So first of all, they announced that there's going to be a new Tekken World Tour. I think everyone expected this. That makes sense. That's pretty hype. You know, the offline competition has always been really crazy for this game. They announced that there's going to be a battle update. There's going to be balance adjustments. Doesn't seem like we're going to be getting new DLC characters, at least as far as they've shown, but there's going to be some balance changes. There's going to be some like new mechanics and stuff like that changing in the game. You can see new tactics, maybe some new moves for existing characters. We'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah, free update coming to the game August 17th. Again, that's like just over a week away, but then this was the thing. This was the crazy thing. They're baiting my nostalgia. Let's go back in time to this old janky cutscene. Kazuya throwing Heihachi off the cliff, and then we get the character zoom in. But wait, new Kazuya. Let's go. Let's go. And then they say, get ready. Okay, so they don't have anything to say, but you know, presumably from what we know, this is a teaser for Tekken 8. So Lord only knows how far away Tekken 8's going to be, how long we're going to have to wait. But hey, I think we all knew it was coming. And yeah, it's good to get some official confirmation that we're going to be getting a new Tekken game down the line. I mean, it could be Tekken Tag 3. It's possible it's Tekken Tag 3, but I think Tekken 8 is more likely, considering Tekken 7, I think, was a much bigger success than Tekken Tag 2. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go back to the tag well for a little while. But that's all we got for Tekken. Alright, and then we got some ones I'm going to burn through real quick and try to get through the rest of these. They showed the multiversus Season 1 roadmap, so we already knew Rick and Morty were coming, as well as some additional characters coming in Season 1. They're adding arcade mode if you're a single-player gamer. I know the game has like no single-player until now, so that's hype to have. They're adding a new ranked mode, so there will be actual ranked and not just like your rating with the character. New cosmetics, you know, I think that was very expected. That's how they fund the game, because it's a free-to-play game. They're making the money through the cosmetics. I'm definitely hype to see Opera Bugs Bunny. That's pretty sick, man. And then LeBron dressed as Robin for whatever. I didn't see Space Jam. Did he wear this in Space Jam? I don't know. Regardless, multiversus stuff coming. I love multiversus, such a fun game. So yeah, definitely gonna try all this stuff out. Skullgirls announced its final DLC character for the season, so we still don't have Black Dahlia. That character is still coming a little bit later. So we're gonna be getting Marie. Finally, this is like the original single player boss of the game, is gonna be added, playable for the first time, coming soon. Probably more like coming in like a year, because we still don't even have the character before Marie, but of course these things take a long time. So yeah, it's pretty amazing that a game that has been out for so long, like nearly 10 years or whatever, still getting updates. We love to see it, and I know everyone out there, myself included, is going to be looking forward to finally seeing Marie added to the game. Should be pretty cool. We got an announcement that I know I've been waiting for a really long time. It feels like a lot. It's probably been like a couple months since they announced that Persona 4 Arena Ultimax was going to get rollback. Since the game has been re-released, and yeah, it's here now. They did another one of those Sega Saturn, like, guess what, it's playable now. I just got home from EVO. I haven't had a chance to try this. There's too much stuff for me to play, but yeah, I'm hoping it works well, man. I'm definitely gonna stream the game and all that stuff, because I love Persona 4 Arena. So this is the first time finally that the game is gonna be playable with some good online, so I can't wait. Oh yeah, worth noting, not on Switch. Rollback will not be on Switch. I'm sorry, Switch players, but yeah, you know, adding rollback to these games takes the processing power, and it just seems like Switch doesn't have it. So PS4 and Steam versions, those are the ones getting rollback. And then one final one. This is probably like not even a real announcement, but anyway, there's this company Arcade 1UP that makes physical like little arcade cabinets that you can put in your home, and they are releasing a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 one. So for most of us, this is not going to matter. Most of us are not in a position to put a $600 arcade cabinet in our home, but this is kind of exciting because, you know, they had to license this. They had to get the game licensed from Marvel and Capcom or whatever, so maybe this is a sign that in the future we could get Marvel vs. Capcom 2 relicensed on, you know, the Steam or whatever, or PSN. I hope we can finally see this game freed, man. I'm ready to play it. And it's even got the full widescreen like the PS3 and 360 version. Kind of crazy. So yeah, like I know this is probably nothing, but hopefully someday we'll get Marvel 2 re-released. I'm praying for it. Alright, so finally, we're through pretty much all the announcements. I'm sure there's some stuff I missed, so you guys can let me know down in the comments. What did I miss? I tried to be as thorough as possible, but now let's talk a little bit about what it was like at EVO this year. So if you guys don't know, EVO was under new ownership this year. It was partially owned by Sony, and they also had Rick the Hotto running the tournament, who is well known for running Combo Breaker in the past and some other really amazing tournaments that people have loved. And to be honest, I thought that this was the best EVO ever. I know that there were a lot of problems with the streams in terms of running late, in terms of the amount of ad time versus game time. I definitely understand that can be frustrating, but I can assure you, hopefully it makes you feel better that as from a competitor experience and a spectator experience there in person, I feel like this was really unmatched. This was by far the smoothest run EVO and probably the most fun I've ever had at a tournament, man. So part of what contributed to that was that I had the honor of doing commentary at EVO. So I never thought this. Look, I'm wearing the same hoodie. We got the Evo logo hoodie that I purchased because the AC was so cold in the convention center that I needed a hoodie to stay warm. But yeah, man, I never ever thought that I would be able to do commentary at EVO. It was so sick, especially getting to do it with Sajam too, the legend himself. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and link the videos down below where you can see my commentary. I'll timestamp it. I did some Guilty Gear Strive. I also did a Sony presentation that they were doing. You can see there I am on the stage with the GOAT, James Chen, and also Spag from the Tekken community. We got the chance to chat with Persia and Chastity, who were working for Sony at this event, and we got to go through some highlights and, you know, discuss all the cool things happening at the event. So I'll link those down in the description as well. But yeah, like honestly, I was blown away that I got invited to do all this, and so I guess thank you guys for supporting the channel and kind of helping grow my brand and get my name out there. And you know, because that's how this all happened. None of this would have happened without YouTube. So you guys are amazing. All the subscribers, of course. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. I don't have much else to say. I'm about to sleep for like 20 hours. No stream today, but I'll be streaming throughout the week, showing you guys some Bridget in Strive, showing you guys some of the new rollback for Persona 4 Arena. Definitely want to try that as well. So tune in, twitch.tv/jmcrofts. I hope to see you guys then. And with that, I'm gonna sign off. Bye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.